schoolwork due, so and if depending on their notifications that they have, they would have got a text message or an email from me as well to say that they've been signed that. So probably, I mean, one of the very first things, that's why I had you go into the notifications right in the beginning, make sure that your students have the options in there that they want. And that way automatically when you create schoolwork and assign it to them, they'll get notified about it. They'll get notified that way. They'll see a notification message at the top, they'll see it in the calendar, and it'll be posted in the activity feed as well. So they don't have any excuse for saying they didn't know that you assigned something to them. I will walk you through it, and then yes, you want to go back. You'll be able. Oh yeah. Well, there's, if you're interested in that aspect of it, you can look, there's a program that is built in Mac, it's called QuickTime, and then you have the ability built in now to have QuickTime, then just make a video, and then you can save it as opposed to post it to YouTube. It's built in. So Camtasia is $50 software that you have to buy.
Well, they give us coupons if Camtasia is something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how much.
Well, when we get to QuickTime this afternoon, I'll show you that. I've used it to make screencasts, and it does work very well. And I have some other screen capture software that I use.
They gave us a list of like 5, 10 different do you give your kids the option?
So you can share all that stuff with your colleagues.
I'm planning on making
Because I think that would be, only a few people have done some conference, but it would be wonderful to be able to share some of the things that you share with everybody else. I think that helps you to you got a red dot there, which means it's not a network. Now, if it's not on the network and you're at home and you want to do that, then it remembers. But if you log in at least one time, it will remember. But is that what's going on? Okay. You're all got your new toys now, so you won't want to listen to me anymore until this afternoon when you all of a sudden get. So that's a good thing. I left the worst till last. And really, we don't need to take much time on it. If you've been using Google Docs, then you will have seen something similar to MVC Docs, and as I said, it's a you can. It's basically just your own little place where you can create a page that can be edited. They can be shared with other people. I don't know, there's some overlap between some of the other things that you have in MyBigCampus. I'm not a big user of MVC Docs, but if you don't have Google Docs and you're looking for a place where you can create more of a document that is, it's more like a Word document and less like a web page, let's put it that way. So you can convert things into there. So I had just taken some text here and I had put it into there and I could edit it, but it gives you the editor pretty much like you have for a web page or if you're adding text to a bundle. One of the things that you can do with this that you can't do with some of the things is if you're looking to share something with people outside of MyBigCampus, and that's the big thing that you can do with Google Docs. So Google it doesn't just do these kinds of documents, it does spreadsheets, it does PowerPoints. And I use the Google Docs if I have a PowerPoint that I want to share on my website that is not inside of MyBigCampus and it's not inside of Google Docs, it's just my NWACA website. I want to embed that PowerPoint right on one of my pages. I can use the features built into to Google Docs for that. And in the same way here, I can give access to anyone on the internet to this particular document. So again, it's different than a page, but it might be, for example, you could make your. I'm trying to think of a good example here, but I don't know if that fits in with one of your scenarios that you have. Just know that one of the options you have for a MyBigCampus document is that it can be shared with a bunch of people. Yeah, and you can also. I'm going to save that, and we should go back out to. No, I've got to go back in here, back to my drive, back to MVC Docs. Again, if you choose it here, then you have some options, not inside the document itself, but up here. So you can assign this to somebody. Looks like you can't publish it, and you can edit it there. So it's another kind of, and I don't know why you would assign that rather than assigning a bundle or something else, but I guess as we start to use it more, we may get some more ideas about how that works. Sorry, like I said, it's something that they added in there. I can't really see the value of it, but I explain what it is anyway, and then maybe someday someone will say, hey, I use it for this, and all of a sudden I'll get that light bulb and say, oh yeah, okay, I can see why you would use that. So that is kind of that's the overall thing about MyBigCampus. It's one of those things, I guess it's going to be, you'll get as much out of it as you put into it, and as you learn and grow with it. I would hope that you share things with your colleagues that you're doing inside of MyBigCampus. I'm hoping you can think about creating your own groups within the maybe 4 county of people that are using MyBigCampus so that you can share some of your ideas. And I'll just finish with, when you go back to groups here, we talked about groups for yourself, but there's this section here that says find a group. And you can go out and find all other kinds of groups on all, you can search for them by name, but you can also search by your district or by the owner. So if you're interested in iPads or something else, remembering that most groups you have to ask to join and then they will let you in. But I think they use them at the conference, they use groups quite a lot. They'll create a group for each kind of interest that you have, and so that when you went to a session, they would say, well, we've got a group for this session, and if you want to join it. And did they do the codes, or did...
They did the codes, but then all their PowerPoint, any resources, any websites.
Right.
I mean, essentially you had access to everything, discussions. So I literally joined, 10 groups, and now I'm getting posts. Like I opened up my email and had 100 new emails because I have 100 new.
So you can turn off notifications for...
Yes, I know.
David.
And we talked about that right at the beginning. Okay, enough of me talking. I guess the MAC session starts at 1 o'clock. Be back and we'll launch into the world of Mac. And it's going to be much more open. You're going to want to kind of just I think you're going to have a lot of questions maybe, but I will just go through the framework and then just kind of leave it fairly open and have a lot of opportunities for you guys to ask questions. I've been a Mac user for 14 years, so I am pretty well experienced.